Titanfall 3.
Titanfall 3.
Titanfall 3.
Titanfall 3.
Titanfall 3.
Titanfall 3.
This is Mohammed Alavi, the guy who co-founded the Titanfall team at Respawn. He's also the guy who worked on stories from the Outlands in Apex Legends.
Okay, you want to hear a crazy cut story? Titanfall 3, we're going to make Titanfall 3, and we worked on Titanfall 3 for 10 months, right? I mean, we had like new tech for it, multiple missions going, we had a first playable, which was like on par to be just as good, if not better. And we were like, feeling pretty decent about it, but not the same feeling as Titanfall 2.
But now, as you've heard, Mohammed Alavi and the team has previously worked on Titanfall 3 for 10 months, right after Titanfall 2 had launched.
And then the multiplayer team was having a hell of a time trying to fix the multiplayer. People who love Titanfall 2 multiplayer is a very small number of people. Most people play Titanfall 2 multiplayer and think it's really good, but it's just too much. It's cranked up to 11 and they burn out of it fast. And they're like, that was a great multiplayer. That's not something I can continually play for like a year, 2 years.
But with the multiplayer design team for Titanfall 3 struggling to actually make it better than Titanfall 2, the random idea to create a Titanfall Battle Royale map inspired by the release of PUBG was underway. So we fast forward to where we are now, and we have Apex Legends, and a community of Titanfall players who were kind of just left in the dust searching for Titanfall 3. But something huge is coming for both Apex Legends and Titanfall, since they're both basically related. Now, since the team is apparently not working on anything Titanfall 3 related, that leaves all of us wondering just what the hell is going to happen with Titanfall 3 and Apex Legends. Well, you see, Respawn actually wants Apex Legends to last for about 10 to 15 years, maybe 20 if they're lucky. We are already 4 years in. Lo and behold, Apex Legends is currently in one of its worst seasons to date in these 4 years.
We literally canceled Titanfall 3 ourselves because we were like, we can make this game. It's gonna be Titanfall 2 plus a little bit better, or we can make this thing, which is clearly amazing.
But because Apex Legends is literally Respawn's billion-dollar baby, the chances of them prioritizing Titanfall over Apex Legends is extremely low. But then, what happens to Titanfall? What about Titanfall 3? What about all those teasers, updates, community hype, and the revival of a once-dead Titanfall 2? Yes, it's completely true that the revival of Titanfall 2 was Respawn trying to see if the community still had interest in the game and universe without them having to do anything extravagant. It is also true that we will see Titanfall 3, just not in the way that everyone expects it. You see, we all expect Titanfall 3 to come in as its own game, with an amazing new campaign that continues the story of Jack Cooper and BT, a multiplayer that is everything Titanfall and so much better, as well as new content for the game as well. But that's not exactly what Respawn has in mind. Since we already know that Titanfall and Apex share the same universe, Respawn plans to somewhat integrate all the content they had planned for Titanfall 3 into Apex Legends. We already have Ash as a legend, as well as voice lines from her that references the fight that she had with Jack Cooper in Titanfall 2.
Only once have I failed to kill a target. Never again.
We do also know that Apex Legends is getting a new map next season called District, which interestingly enough is where Crypto is from. But even more interestingly than that, it's based in Angel City, which is on the frontier, which is on the planet Angelia, which all comes straight from the Titanfall universe. Now, in Titanfall, there was a huge angel statue on the map, hence the name Angel City in Titanfall. It is said that this map District will have a huge angel statue as well to pay homage to Titanfall. However, this map is not Angel City. We know that it's called District, and District was actually modeled after Angel City. It's kind of like playing the game Prototype for a while and then proceeding to play Prototype 2. Same city, just recolored. And interestingly enough, in the recent Kill Code trailer, we can actually see the District map on Eduardo Silva's iPad thingy. And since District is modeled after Angel City, it's going to have a massive city theme to it as well. There was also a playtester that came out and gave us a bunch of information about the new map, and we know that his information is accurate because he was actually right about Conduit's release before her release. Not only that, he was also right about the perk system that we see Respawn has been testing out with the recent collection event in Apex Legends. Now, this playtester had then revealed that the District map will also have a massive dam running through it, a market as well as a stadium. Now, bear in mind, my fellow Titanfall fans, they could make changes to this map before its release because a source from a very long time ago leaked everything that was coming to Apex Legends for the future, and they were right about everything in this list, including the Watson Town takeover, Ballistic in Season 17, as well as TDM and the recent class system that we saw come to the game. Now, this huge list of leaks even mentioned that there would be wall running features on Districts. However, Respawn has unfortunately made it known that they don't want wall running in Apex. Now, this may apply to Legend specific abilities, but I'm sure it wouldn't surprise any of us if they actually added the wall run mechanic to certain walls in the map, and those wall running walls were usable by any Legend. But Respawn doesn't intend to integrate Titanfall 3, if you will, just with the gameplay mechanics, but within the lore as well. If you look at this Octane transition screen, it has a story description about Octane finding a new type of stim injection that had a purple liquid inside of it. But it also says that Octane found a glove with a metal donut on it. All my Titanfall vets know exactly what this means. There's actually a mission in Titanfall where you can go back in time but keep your geographical location the same, and the only way to do that was to use the glove with the metal donut on it. Now, this could definitely be related to a future Legends abilities, but that's only speculation, much like Titanfall 3. But here's the most interesting part. As much as we all want Titanfall 3, and as much as we all would much rather see a separate game for Titanfall 3 rather than it just getting shoved all into Apex, there is one thing that we will see in the near future, and that is Cuban Blisk, the main protagonist in Titanfall 2, the guy who tries to mercilessly kill both you and BT, as well as the ex-founder of the Apex games. The one thing that separates Cuban Blisk from any other potential leaked legend is that he's been in the game files for a very long time, as well as him being mentioned in the game files numerous times. Respawn knows we need a sequel to Titanfall 3, and finding someone like Cuban Blisk in the game files shows the direction that they want to go in with Apex Legends and Titanfall. Cuban Blisk even had a leaked ultimate ability where he could call down a literal titan to defend a certain area, and this is actual playtested gameplay. As far as the lore goes, not too much is known about that when we take a look at Cuban, but people have even speculated that Jack Hooper could come into the game as well. Now, I know damn well that this is not what any of us has in mind for Titanfall 3, a sequel, or even a DLC. A lot of us wanted Titanfall 3 as its own thing. At the same time, the idea that an integration of Titanfall into Apex isn't such a bad idea, especially considering the fact that they want Apex alive for another 15 years. It is actually a great way to keep people in both of the games while Respawn provides updates and content to Titanfall 2. Because Respawn knows that Apex needs something huge right now. The player numbers are dropping off, the viewership is dropping off, and they know that, well, Apex is in danger, especially if they just keep delivering us skins to buy with no new content, and the fact that they do this is one of the main reasons that we don't want to see any kind of Titanfall 3 integration into Apex. But yet again, even if they do release a standalone Titanfall 3, they could easily make it a live service game free to play, and since it's EA we're talking about here, some of us don't even want a Titanfall 3 because we don't want to see Respawn, who we know is under EA, turn something as precious as Titanfall 3 into a free-to-play microtransaction hell. But even if they do integrate Titanfall 3 in bite-sized content throughout Apex's lifespan, I'm sure we're all worried that could be a bad move, especially because Apex is on a massive downward spiral.